2004 год. Ах, какое было прекрасное время, 2004 год. Столько всего необычного и интересного происходило в мире игр и компьютерных технологий. 1 апреля открылась почта Gmail от Google. 2 мая в интернете появился новый сетевой вирус червь САСа, распространяющий аналогичному вирусу Бластер, который вызвал масштабную эпидемию в прошлом году. САСер использует уязвимость в операционной системе Windows и рассылает свои копии по электронной почте. Он заражает только саму операционную систему XP и Windows 2000. Ну, естественно же, 8 мая германская полиция арестовала 18-летнего создателя компьютерного вируса САСер. Теперь внимание! 11 мая первая PSP-консоль была продемонстрирована публике на пресс-конференции, проводимой Sony в рамках E3 2004. 15 июня был обнаружен первый сетевой вирус для мобильных телефонов Кабир. Вирус может появляться на определенной модели мобильных телефонов, в частности на смартфонах модели Nokia и Sony Ericsson. Впервые он был выявлен в лаборатории Касперского Ольгой Кобзаревой. 19 августа компания Google начала продажу своих акций на фондовом рынке. Это были такие, как говорится, не самые важные, но в то же время самые интересные новости того ушедшего 2004 года. И именно в этом году выходили всякого разного рода интересные игры, которые до сих пор остаются в наших сердцах, в наших воспоминаниях. Вот, пожалуйста, на примере некоторых продолжения экшена «Отряд Дельта. Падение черного ястреба». Научно-фантастическая игра «Сибирь 2». Незабываемые приключения по заснеженным просторам нашей любимой Сибири. Counter-Strike Condition Zero. Привет, боты! Привет, сетевые баталии! Все было в ней, все самые незабываемые дни и ночи. Counter-Strike Source. Новая игра в мире Counter-Strike с локальными боями и сетевыми баталиями. Принц-Персии с судьбой. Незабываемые приключения, незабываемая графика. Также это является продолжением оригинальной игры Принца Персии «Пески времени». Кровавые бои, кровавые приемы и просто-напросто зубодробительные головоломки, от которых просто иногда сходил с ума. Half-Life 2. Незабываемое приключение, кровавое месиво, и все это просто-напросто приправлено интересным сюжетом. Продолжение оригинальной Half-Life. Doom 3. Просто-напросто самый жуткий хоррор того времени. Незабываемая, просто незабываемая игра всех времен и народов. А как же не забыть незабываемые красотки Need for Speed Underground 2. Ошеломляющие гонки того времени, красивая графика, новые плюшки и просто незабываемый трек. Культ. Тоже была интересная RPG такая в стиле Diablo. До сих пор интересная и для любителей, так и для новичков. Легендарный Вин Дизель в игре Хроники Риддика. Сколько времени было потрачено на прохождение, сколько часов было убито, и каждый раз ты хотел возвращаться именно в эту игру. Всем любителям фэнтези в конце 2004 года была выпущена незабываемая игра «Властелин колец. Битва за Средиземье». Большая компания. Компания за орков и компания за эльфов во главе с Фродо и Братством Кольца. Конечно, это была не No Man's Sky, но механоиды — это просто незабываемое приключение во вселенной. Просто интересная графика, интересные корабли, интересные технологии. Все было в этой игре. Продолжение популярной игры Call of Duty. Call of Duty Второй фронт. Если ты соскучишься по оригинальной игре, то, пожалуйста, Call of Duty Второй фронт обеспечивал тебе возвращение в ту самую атмосферу времен Второй мировой войны. Помнится, в то время Ubisoft и Crytek вместе сотрудничали и выпустили просто интересную, даже можно сказать, не то что интересную, а легендарную игру, с которой все и началось. Far Cry. Тут меньше слов, все и так они знают, но все-таки это была просто замечательная игра того времени. Шикарная графика, шикарный звук, шикарные эффекты. Зубодробительная гонка What Out. Уморительные приключения Вуди продолжаются в игре «Как достать соседа 2». Еще один клон Диабло, как мне казалось по тому моменту, сокрыт. Очень интересная игра с открытым миром и большими локациями. Но кто же не знает, Петька 5, конец истории. Сколько всего было интересного с ней связано. Незабываемые баталии, незабываемые юниты. Первая стратегия Total War Рим. Встречайте. А для любителей сетевых баталий Unreal Tournament 2004. Сколько времени было потрачено, сидя в компьютерном классе за этой игрой. Ну и наконец, как же не забыть, World of Warcraft. До сих пор эта картинка стоит на устах и памяти наших. Незабываемая кампания, незабываемые приключения. Можно было, конечно, побольше рассказывать об этих играх, но сегодня об этом. Сегодня мы будем говорить об одной игре, которая попала тогда в то время в мои руки. Как говорится, купил я диск от Fargus. Называлась она Атлантида Эволюция. Ну что ж, не будем тратить время впустую, мы начинаем. Всем приятного просмотра. Ну что ж, друзья, вот она, та самая Атлантида Эволюция. И мы с вами начинаем.
It was a beautiful night in June 1904. I was headed back to New York with pictures I'd taken in Patagonia. The ship was the Lemuria, a beat-up old bucket of rust, steaming north of the Bahamas. I was lying there on the deck, just gazing up at the stars.
Mr. Hewit, there's a storm headed our way and Captain says you're to go below to your cabin.
I'd kinda like to stay on deck, to enjoy it.
Captain's orders, sir. Could be a nasty blow.
I needed to make sure my equipment was secure. I didn't want anything to happen to those pictures.
Стоит заметить, да, картинка, конечно, не такая, что как современная графика, но все-таки выглядит, согласитесь, очень хорошо. По сравнению с нынешними проектами, она бы вполне бы себя хорошо зарекомендовала.
Polishing camera lenses was out of the question.
Если, конечно, бы делали бы ремастер какой-нибудь. Простое управление. Только нажимай на клавиши. Приятное звуковое сопровождение. Ничего лишнего.
Mr. Hewit, sir, we're abandoning ship. There's no time for anything, so just get on up here.
Much to my surprise, I was alive on a calm sea, and the boat still had oars. All I needed to do was row. My equipment was okay. So was I. The lifeboat was afloat, someplace. Things could have been worse.
Помнится, когда я первый раз играл, меня эта чайка сильно пугала. Так, а нельзя идти веслом пару раз? Понятно. Значит, драться не будем. Можно поговорить с тобой, договориться, а? Нет, это красиво все сделано вообще. Выглядит все приятно. Может, ножом попробовать, да? Слушай, может, ты отвалишь-то уже? Не хочу на тебя смотреть. Какая-то ты страшная. О, фонарик. Так, а второе весло нельзя взять? Я уже подзабыл, что тут делать надо. А, вот. Сейчас поднимет напор.
Airplanes hadn't been invented in 1904. Anti-gravity beams neither. I was impressed. I'd never seen anything like this, even in New York City. The closet door was stuck fast. I'd broken the knife, but the closet was open. It was a mighty unusual helmet, with crazy-looking goggles on it. Maybe I'll get some answers.
Don't move. Don't move. She who sees all doesn't see him. Who are you, deviant? An outsider?
Who the heck are you, pal? An insider?
We are guardians. I'll go check with the commander.
Do I need a lawyer? Legal representation?
What's that? Some primitive ritual from the outside?
Okay, no lawyer. I couldn't have paid for one anyhow. What is this place?
Orientation Center 17. You will soon be realigned.
Realigned? What's that?
That is for the gods to decide. The path you will follow to humility depends on the depth of your deviancy.
You said gods. How many do you have?
You are an outsider. The gods are mighty Xanad, his sister Enna, his son Cosmo, and Enna's twin daughters, Kama and Sama, grovel before their power.
Uh-huh. I think I saw their pictures in the flying machine. And what's the name of your beautiful country?
This is the New Atlantis.
Who's the guy with the crystals I saw a picture of in the flying machine?
The great god Xanit, creator of our sun and moon.
In the boat, there's a picture of an older lady, kind of severe looking.
You speak of Enna, she who sees all. No deviant escapes her gaze. Her likeness is everywhere and watches over her docile subjects.
In the flying boat, there was a picture of a youngish guy, throwing flaming spears at people. Who's he?
Cosmo, god of death. Tremble at his name.
I noticed a picture of a young woman with a lunar theme. Who's she?
Kama, goddess of night.
There was a picture in the flying boat of a young woman who had a connection with the sun.
Sama, goddess of day.
I'm curious about that device. What is it?
It's a picture panel, outsider. It reveals secrets beyond your primitive understanding. Let me in.
Just like the ones on the flying contraption.
Outsider, you are beyond even the vision of Enna, she who sees all. No degree of realignment could ever lead you to the beaten track of humility. You are to be recycled. It is time. Into the car, deviant. It will take you to the recycling facility.
The other option was to knock out the two heavily armed guards. I got in the car.
Remain immobile until ejected, deviant.
I needed to find a way out, or else.
Так, здесь вроде как надо управлять стрелочкой на клавиатуре. Поначалу кажется, что управление должно быть такое, но все-таки лучше, вот, как указано в самой игре. Так, и самое главное, попадайтесь на эти красные ходы, а иначе вас отправят на переработку, и миссия начнется заново.
You have now completed your path to humility. As you tread the beaten track, remember, Enna sees all.
Alive and free at last. I decided the orientation center and I needed some time apart. I'd have to worry about my equipment later. Maybe you can tell me where I am.
We can't help you, deviant. Enna sees all. Leave us.
My name is Kертис Hьюит. I was hoping you...
Go to the community center. The headman will guide you.
Did you ever visit the orientation center back there?
We are not deviants. We tread the beaten track.
Where can I get a drink around here? I've been walking for quite a...
See the headman. He will help you.
Okay, where can I find him?
In the community. Go now. NSC's all.
That looks like hard work.
We will not step off the track.
I'm a stranger, not a deviant. I'm just trying to find my way home.
Deviant, Enna sees all.
So what are you folks growing?
We fear the gods at all times.
Where can I get a drink around here?
Please, please, don't hurt me. I serve the gods.
Maybe you can help me.
Get away from me, deviant.
Do you have guardians around here?
You cannot escape the gods.
Get on with your work, you bare-faced idler. Don't make me call Cosmo.
She sees me, but she doesn't see you.
My name's Kертис Hьюит. What's yours?
Why are you hairy? Are you a deviant?
Would you be scared if I was?
Maybe. You're gonna get realigned.
My name is Kертис Hьюит, and I'm not a deviant. I'm a foreigner.
You're not Atlantean. You don't look wild-born.
Atlantean and wild-born? I'm American. You heard of planet Earth?
You're not an outsider, are you?
I think I am. What does outsider mean exactly?
A savage from the outer surface of the Earth. We live on its inside surface.
Have you always lived in this delightful community?
Of course not. The gods move us at will. I have worked in many communities.
I guess this little guy will soon be starting school?
He has already started work. His whole life will be servitude to the gods.
You don't sound too happy about the idea.
Don't let them catch you. They'll send you to the orientation center.
Where do the gods live?
In a floating palace high above us. They will mortify the people of Atlantis until we are cleansed of pride.
Or until the god of life comes to free us.
Yes, but that's just a story. It may never come true.
I'd be interested to know what kind of names you folks have. What's yours?
My name is unimportant. To think otherwise is to deviate.
How come you don't use a pulley to haul up your buckets?
A pulley? You know we use no animals to bear our burdens. Arrogance is abhorrent to the gods.
A pulley's just a grooved wheel around which you run some rope. It makes things easier to lift.
Zanet, preserve me. There is no greater deviancy than making things easier. The gods demand absolute humility and backbreaking labor.
Is it true that Enna sees all?
Is it true that Zanet made the sun and moon? Enna's likeness is everywhere, and no one escapes her gaze, except those who wander from the track to live like the forest savages.
I'd like to know about your gods. Do you have a favorite? One of the girls?
Throw yourself down and pray for realignment. How could you wander so far from the track?
What do you think of those Guardian guys? Kind of rough, aren't they?
They are the guardians of humility, deviant. To resist them is to spit defiance at the gods. The anger of Cosmo is endless. I won't talk to you anymore, deviant. You must seek realignment. The gods will train you to bow your head in shame.
Maybe you're next.
I want to see more exhaustion on those faces.
Hunt down and reorient potential pre-deviancy.
You don't deserve the chance Xanet has given you. Do you gratefully work yourself to death in dismal discomfort? No, you prefer to shirk. Perhaps it's time I talk to Cosmo about you.
You live because we allow it. You belong to us. Your function is to serve.
Да, такое чувство, будто попал к тиранам.
Without end is the might of Xanet. He led the unworthy survivors of Atlantis to the inside of the world. Alone, he created the new Atlantis, forged our sun and moon, revealed his magnificent power to his people, and destroyed the traitors among us. Wilt beneath the gaze of Enna, sister to mighty Xanet, who elevated her and her daughters to goddesshood. She is a mother who sees into all minds and inspects all thoughts for telltale pre-deviant stains. Sweat beneath the goddess of the day, radiant Sama. Granted goddesshood by her uncle, mighty Xanet, she brings the sun to light our endless toil. By her shining grace, our unworthiness is fully exposed. Quake before the wrath of Cosmo, pitiless punisher, god of death. Raised to godhood by his father, the mighty Xanet, Lord Cosmo wields his pillar of fire and exterminates the deviant. Only Xanet's holy command stops Cosmo from burning all of us to ash, which is what we deserve. Cringe with shame before Kama, goddess of night, who, with her mother Enna and twin sister Sama, ascended to goddesshood. Lady Kama brings us dreams filled with guilt and humiliation, stripping away the pride that leads us to deviancy.
В общем, в данной игре мы должны освободить народ Атлантиды от рабства богов. Вот такие вот злые здесь боги. Шутки с ними, кстати, тоже очень плохие.
Do you mind if I ask you what you do for a living?
I am head man of this community, 49-4. We toil and follow the path to self-effacement. You too will work yourself to death once you've been realigned.
My name is Kертис Hьюит, and I'm kind of lost.
You are severely disorientated. As head man of this community, I order you to remain docile. Some guardians will come to take care of you.
How does Enna see all?
Her likeness is present wherever we of Atlantis live. She surveys without rest. To stray beyond her vision is to digress. You have diverged so far she cannot bear the sight of you.
What I really need is something to drink.
As head man, I authorize you to drink at the well, deviant. Now you are a disgusting specimen, rejected even by she who sees all. But soon, you'll be one more groveling servant of the gods.
So have you folks always worshipped Xanet and the other gods?
Only after their ascension to godhood. The old gods had failed Atlantis and its proud people. The new Atlantis required gods without mercy. You too will find humility when your realignment is complete.
I met a young woman with a little boy. Do you folks have a schoolhouse?
You have walked about our community, and Enna completely ignores you. How lost you must feel, you pathetic aberration. As for that woman, she worries me. She could be in need of realignment. The boy also. As head man, I must be ruthless with potential pre-deviancy.
I already met some guardians. Do they ever come by your village?
Whenever duty calls them to keep us in our place, they'll help you too. They'll take you to a place of pain and suffering, where you'll learn how undeserving of life you are.
This machine is impressive.
The gods! As head man, I must force pre-deviants to spend many days gazing upon their gods and learning about their destructive powers. Truly, we are blessed to be so downtrodden for our own good. Now, everything's going to be fine. The Guardians have arrived, and they'll take good care of you.
I was on the run again. Maybe I'd get away through the woods. One half of an owl's face? I'll take it.
Да уж, в этом лесу очень долго путаешься. Но все-таки здесь есть несколько укрытий. Вот в том домике, где мы с вами взяли сову. И здесь, под корнями дерева. Так, ага, вот они. На своем корабле подлетели и следят за нами. Так что нужно ждать, пока они уйдут. Так, теперь можно выходить. Так, давайте-ка быстренько с вами найдем. Где-то тут что-то было. Вроде же не просто так. Здесь же все. Так, ну-ка. Что это? Тупик, что ли? Нет, не тупик. Туда-сюда можно пойти. Да. Опять брожу кругами. Так, ну вроде тихо. Стражников этих не видно. Так, пойдемте все время направо, направо и направо. А, опять вышли. Так, давайте налево, опять это дерево. Так, если пойдем туда, то... Так, давайте-ка туда. Вот оно. Да, черт подери. Нас нашли.
Halt, deviant.
Ай-яй-яй. Ну, хорошо, хоть в этой игре все сохраняется. А то пришлось нам заново снова бегать. Поэтому прямиком отправляемся в пещеру.
Holy Moses! I hope they've had lunch. Hi there, little buddy. Would you care to move? I'm working on a plan, see? Thanks, pal. Okay, let's see. How about that? Curtis, my boy, I'm proud of you. I wonder who installed that little gadget. This branching... Tough guy. You look juicy. There's someone I want you to meet. What the heck are you? Right in front of me was a jumbo-sized plant with a full set of teeth, all of them pointing at me. Think of it as a toothpick.
What have you caught there?
A strange one, Gran.
Newcomer, is it?
Yes, probably a runaway. Well, is that it? Run away, have you?
Who are you?
I asked first.
I'm an outsider. I escaped from the Guardians in the village. Will you let me out of here, please?
He says he's an outsider.
Does he now?
I'm going as far as their village to find out what I can.
You do that, dear. Perhaps I'll have a chat with the young man.
Things weren't getting any better. Who in tarnation were these women? And what did they intend to do to me? Are you the young lady's grandmother? Careful, ma'am. Ow! Does the young lady catch a lot of people in her net?
You're the first one, dear. We thought a deviant might come one day.
I'm not a deviant. I'm not even Atlantean.
Course you're not, dear.
My name is Kертис Hьюит. I'm from the outside of the planet.
That's right. Probably think it's all a bit of bad luck, don't you?
You mean being here on the inside? You bet.
Well, you're wrong. There's an energy inside you, see, that brought you here.
Believe me, ma'am, it was an accident.
Makes no difference what you think, dear. There's a power inside you that's every bit as old as a newcomer's sun. It's finally found its way here, and it won't stop till what it came to do has been done.
As I tried to tell the young lady, I mean no harm.
I know, dear. That's why I cut you down.
That's a cute little fellow. What's his name?
She doesn't have a name.
Don't the Guardians try to catch you?
Oh, no, dear. They call us primitives. They're not bothered with us.
You're not Atlantean, not deviants?
We call ourselves the first people because we were here before the newcomers, the Atlanteans. We stay clear of them and they leave us alone mostly.
How could you tell I'm not Atlantean?
Well, you don't have that funny noise their gods give them.
I didn't hear any noise.
Well, you're not my little creature here, are you, dear? She can hear it.
You cut him down, Gran?
He's an outsider. Quite harmless to us at any rate. Name's Kертис Hьюит.
You weren't thinking of leaving, were you?
As a matter of fact, I was. Thanks for the hospitality, but...
You can't. It's too dangerous for you and for us. Stay the night here.
I don't want to cause you folks any trouble.
How did you get here?
I got sucked down a hole in the sea.
And you want to return to your home?
You wouldn't have any ideas, would you?
I'll think about it. In the meantime, you'll have to shave and change.
I'm kind of attached to this beard.
I dare say it'll grow back. You can have the clothes my father was wearing when he ran away.
Your father?
He was Atlantean, what they call a deviant.
What's your name?
Miranda.
Have the Guardians left the community?
For the moment.
Do all the Atlanteans live like that? In those places?
Most of them. Some are guardians. Some are runaways and live wild.
Are Xanad and the others your gods too?
No, we have our own ways.
There's a woman in the community. She takes care of a little boy.
I've talked to her a few times.
I wonder why she doesn't run away.
She's frightened. Runaways don't usually last long. They can't fend for themselves, and most of them are scared of us. Primitives.
Your grandmother's blind, isn't she?
She can't see with her eyes, if that's what you mean. A lot of our people have no eyesight. Long ago, they lived in darkness and used the light crystals to see. But the newcomers took all the crystals to make their sun. It's too strong for some of the first people.
Can you tell me about the Atlanteans?
You've seen them for yourself. They're slaves to their gods.
Why don't they rebel?
They can't. The gods have statues that spy on every one of them all the time. They're made to spy on each other if they don't want to be realigned. There is no mercy.
How long has this been going on?
Since they made their sun.
What the heck is that?
Night has fallen.
Fallen's the word. Is it always like that?
Every day is the same. Now I will prepare the fire we must eat.
Well, I was still stuck on the inside, but at least these people didn't want me terminally realigned. What I needed was an escape plan. As for my trunk and my Patagonia pictures, I'd pretty much given up hope of getting them back.
There's a man, a runaway, who may be able to help you. His name is Chell.
That's swell. Where can I find him?
The last I heard, he was living around the other side of the volcano. That's all I know.
Hey, it's a direction. I'll set out now.
No, wait.
The source. Follow the way that leads to the source.
Wait up a second, Miranda. What do you mean? The reason is me.
You're an outsider, Hewitt. That makes you very dangerous.
Why kill everybody in the village? Those people are innocent.
You spent time talking to them, so they're all tainted with deviancy, whatever that is. And they let you get away. That makes them guilty.
How do the gods intend to destroy the community?
They can send fire from the sky. An entire community is instantly burned to a crisp. They do it all the time.
Are you okay? I don't get it. Are you groveling? You can get up now. It's okay.
We grovel beneath your contempt, Lord Cosmo.
Listen up, lady. I'm not Atlantean. I'm from the outside.
We abase ourselves before you, Death God.
Believe me, ma'am, you've got to change gods.
We are racked by guilt, vengeful destroyer.
Keep away from those guardians, you hear me?
The guardians of humility are your whip, Lord of Death. We cringe obediently before them.
Me? Cosmo? What is this? Stop fawning, will you, please?
We offer ourselves to your wrath, Lord Cosmo.
Who do you think I am?
You are Lord Cosmo, Lord.
Listen, I'm not Cosmo. I'm the hairy stranger from yesterday.
As you say, Lord of Destruction, we await chastisement.
Any guardians around here?
Their ships float near the community, Lord Cosmo.
What have you people done to anger the gods?
A hairy deviant foully corrupted this community yesterday. All will burn in your pillar of fire. It is pointed at us now.
Pointed at you? How do you know?
I have seen, Lord, on the picture panel in Lord Zanet's back. Truly, your aim is pitiless.
Zanet's back? You mean the statue outside? I didn't see any picture panel.
It is hidden, Lord. Only the sacred device can reveal it, as you know in your divine wisdom. I used it to see the panel.
Where is this sacred device?
It's in my hut, Lord, as decreed.
I had to find the sacred device. Holy smokes! It looked like the community was targeted all right. It was time I did some untargeting.
He has come!
You have saved us!
What's
Please,
happening?
stand
What did
up,
he
will
do?
you?
Who
I'm
is he?
not Cosmo.
The outsider has saved us! You have come. This is your sign.
Okay, thank you. I have to go now. Thanks for everything.
God of life!
Community 49-4 and its interesting population were safe. It was time to find Miranda and get the heck out of this booby-hatch world they call the New Atlantis.
Are they safe?
Yes, ma'am, they are. You might have mentioned my resemblance to Cosmo.
That's it. I knew you were like someone, and you've got paint on your face.
Darn, I must have smeared my makeup. Maybe we ought to get moving.
I've seen those marks before. The Atlanteans have a legend about a savior.
There you have it. I saved them. Can we go now, please?
Deviants, grovel now! Resistance is deviancy. You will be realigned.
What are you doing?
Saving this deviant, Lord.
She looks completely disorientated.
Yes, Lord. We saw her by a stream in the forest. She ran away.
Ran away? I'll realign this one myself. You two return to your duties, now! It's okay, they've gone. You're free.
Free?
Yeah, you're free. Do you know a fellow named Chell?
I'm free to go?
Sure. Look, I'm not Cosmo. I just look like him. So about this Chell guy.
You won't catch her.
Wow, she really doesn't like me.
She threw something away while you were talking to the Guardians.
Maybe we ought to follow her.
We'd never find her.
Yeah, I guess. I wonder what she threw away.
Something she didn't want the Guardians to find.
Those Guardians give me the heebie-jeebies.
They're bound to report your presence. That could mean trouble.
The Guardian mentioned a stream in the forest. Maybe we should find it.
Good idea.
What's it for?
Something she doesn't want anyone to know about.
Do you know who this woman is?
I've never met her before, but she's a deviant for sure.
Maybe she knows this Chell guy we are looking for.
We'll find out soon enough. Let's keep moving.
Apart from the source of this stream, I don't see what your grandmother could have been talking about.
Follow your instinct. Gran says you'll get where you're going.
She's a nice old lady, but strange. She said something about a power inside of me on a kind of mission.
She sees into people. There are stranger things.
A necklace with 3 little pegs. I can't figure out what they're for.
Patience, Kертис Хьюит.
Так, и здесь с вами у нас начинаются долгое путешествие по лесу. Ну, почему долгое, смотрите сами дальше. Потому что столько ходов, сколько разных тропинок здесь. И каждую локацию желательно внимательно осматривать. Иначе вы можете пропустить ключевой предмет. Некоторые локации даже выглядят немного одинаково, кажется, но все-таки они чуть-чуть все разные. Как вот здесь и сейчас. Сама по себе игрушка красивая и интересная. Заставляет и отдохнуть, но и в то же время заставляет хорошенько подумать. Просто иногда завораживаться этими пейзажами. Так, где-то у нас здесь что-то вроде было. Тут еще эта обезьяна должна будет появиться. Да, как красиво. Так, кажется, мы все по кругу ходим. Так, ну-ка давайте-ка дальше еще чуть-чуть пройдем. Посмотрим, что у нас тут есть вообще. Или как, куда вообще идти. Так, это камень. Так, пойдемте-ка прямо. Прямо, ну. Ну, это, конечно, не отзывчивое управление. Но это не страшно. Это не критично для игры ушедших лет. Так. Кажется, мы на верном пути. Так, если мне не изменяет память, здесь было 2 блока, 1 веревка. Чтобы поднять этот камень. И также здесь должен быть ключ в виде изогнутого.
The guy back at the community well should see this.
Так, берем, пригодится. Так, а второй где-то
Maybe the
там
stream
дальше
leads to the source.
Let's find out.
Ладно, сейчас все проверим. Так, здесь у нас ничего нету. Так, тут-то у нас тоже все чисто. Так. Так, а это, похоже, мы возвращаемся обратно. Да, это мы вернулись обратно. Так, ну нам надо туда, в лес. Прикольная вещь. Дом такой посадите, пусть пузырики пускает. Так, здесь у нас ничего нету. Это у нас дорога назад. Так, туда мы не сможем пройти. Я уже подзабыл, куда нам надо. Так, это все назад. Солнышко светит. Травка зеленеет. Птички щебечут. Так, где-то здесь поворот был. Да. А все-таки игра действительно стоит того, чтобы в нее поиграть и подумать одновременно. Так. Так, здесь нам не надо туда-назад. Так, ну-ка туда прямо. Здесь мы это нашли. Так, так, налево. Так, здесь вот тоже ничего нет. Ну-ка еще пройдем. Так, источник вот течет. Так что нам туда. Прямо. Прямо. Еще. Ага, вот это и страшная обезьянка. Но немного задумывается управление, а так сейчас он должен перейти. Вот, как сами видите. Так, это что, мы опять что ли пришли? Ну-ка обратно. Обратно, обратно, еще раз обратно. Так. Ага. Так, значит мы на верном пути. Ага, вон и канаты. Ну давай, переходи. Так, это снимем. Все нам пригодится.
If this Chell character wasn't able to help me back to the outside, I could always try the Indian rope trick.
Так, здесь вроде все. Здесь пусто. Так, здесь мы никуда не свернем, так что можем идти все прямо и прямо. О, опять это обезьяна. Так, вот мы уперлись в Миранду. Так. Ну-ка, вернемся пока на развилку. Так, стоп. Так, стоп. Нам туда в деревню, так что... Так. Ну-ка. Так, это мы снова здесь. Так, туда нам. Так, туда мы не пройдем. Так, ну все. Значит, нам здесь делать нечего. Так, там тоже все пусто. Так, вот это вот развилка. Так, бревно. Сюда. Так, давайте-ка свернем куда-нибудь. Ну, просто куда? Так, вот мы вернулись, и там бревно. Так что, наверное, нам сюда. Направо. Так, здесь все
If we're
пусто.
looking for the source of the stream, we should be going in the other direction.
Да знаю я.
What's this thing for?
А, вот он и ключ. Так, теперь надо соединить с ожерельем. О, вот теперь все правильно. Так, здесь все мы не можем
Did you see
пройти.
that monkey?
Так, говорим с
He's
Мирандой.
been watching us.
This thing has to be some kind of device.
A device that woman wanted to keep very secret.
Так, ну все, теперь можно идти вглубь леса. Там где-то по пути нам должен будет попасться синий блок. Он должен быть где-то недалеко от того маленького домика в дереве, к которому мы придем. Ну, давай, переходи уже. Так, обратно. Так, подождите. Так, подождите. Так, все правильно. Угу. Да, так красиво. Так, нам нужно будет... Так, все правильно. Солнце там было. Значит, все, можно идти. Так, нет, не сюда. Так, здесь нам не надо сворачивать. Ну, идем прямо. Так, кыш отсюда. Так, здесь что надо как-то из леса выйти нам. Потому что дорога лежит через глубь леса, а надо там тропинку нам не пропустить, самое главное. Так. Так, Мирадочка наша. Спутница наша провожает везде. Так, здесь все чисто. Так, это что, мы опять из лесу вышли? Необычные пейзажи и растения. Да, что ты будешь делать? Опять мы не туда пришли. Хоть бы указатели поставили, что вам именно сюда, к маленькому домику. Тоже, может, ты подскажешь, куда идти нам, а? А то я уже измучился бегать туда-сюда. Ты же вроде местная, не я. Так. Так, ну то мы опять вернулись. Так, нет. Это не сюда. И не сюда, и не туда. Ну-ка. Так, а где это соломенная? А, вот она. Да, все правильно. Все правильно. Так, здесь у нас ничего нет, здесь все пусто. Ух ты, какой красивый. Так.
Its outer edge was grooved,
Вот он и блок.
perfect for a pulley.
О, мы на верном пути.
Definitely struck by lightning.
Так, здесь мы воспользуемся
The
нашей
bent stick
ключикой.
seemed to fit into a groove on the inside of the tree. I jiggled it around, and after a few seconds, bingo! How about that? We just unlocked the door.
That was clever. You are a resourceful man, Kертис Hьюит.
Thank you, ma'am. Can you hear the stream?
It is flowing under us. We have not yet reached the source, I think. How do we get down to the water?
We'll just have to lift the stone and see. Up it comes! If this Chell guy's responsible for the setup here, then he's rediscovered locks, keys, and pulleys. The man's a genius. I secured the rope to keep the stone up. The source! We made it! Holy Mosasaurus! The Loch Ness Monster! We stepped out of Stygian gloom into paradise, and I didn't have my camera.
Halt! All resistance is deviancy.
Please don't shoot us.
The weapon's empty anyhow.
You still look good in uniform, Chow.
You look great in animal skins, Miranda. Who's the deviant? What?
The name's Hewit. I'm not Cosmo. Never even met the guy.
He's an outsider, Chow. He wants to go home.
So it's true. You must be tired.
Chell invited us up to his apartment and listened to my story, though he acted like he was worried about something. Hey there, little buddy. Being a nosy house guest, I had to check out the bedroom. How did you get the Guardian's uniform?
I used to be one of them. I piloted one of their aircraft.
Why did you want to be a Guardian?
I was made a Guardian by the so-called gods. It allowed me to learn how unimaginative they are, how it was possible to survive as a runaway.
Miranda thinks you may be able to help me get back to the outside world.
It's possible. We'll talk about it later.
We met a runaway in the forest. The Guardians were hunting her down.
I have friends who saw Cosmo saving her. That was a mystery. No one's ever heard of the gods leaving their palace before.
Do you know who that runaway was?
Yes, she's my partner, Lanny. The Guardians caught her again, a little later.
Oh no.
She must have been scared you would follow her here, so she ran the other way, directly into their hands.
Gee, I don't know what to say. She took me for Cosmo.
You are not to blame, Kертис Hьюит, but I must try to free her before she's realigned.
Where did they take her?
To the deconditioning block. It's located in their orientation center.
If you go there, you'll be caught, Chell. Their statues will see you long before you get near her.
I must try. It will soon be night. I'll try then.
Kертis can go. The statues don't see him and the Guardians believe he's Cosmo.
She's right, Chell. If anyone can get her out of there, it's me.
This is as close as I can get. The deconditioning block is straight ahead. Good luck!
Lady Anna didn't see you? Oh, Lord Cosmo.
Darn. Why can't they make a door that opens normally, for Pete's sake? She was out for the count. She looked like a hungover zombie, only worse. Lonnie, wake up!
Huh?
Come on, wake up!
I'm awake. Oh, it's Cosmo. This isn't my day.
Chell sent me to get you.
Chell? What have you done to him, Cosmo?
Oh, for Pete's sake. Look, do you really want to spend the night in this place?
I'd sooner die. You win, Cosmo. Lead the way.
What are you doing? Oh.
You know what your gods are, pal?
Yes, Lord.
They're a big pain in the behind, and that's official. I'm mighty tired of this groveling garbage.
Yes, Lord.
So can you get up now? It's okay, believe me.
Lord?
Ah, forget it. Crawl if you want to.
Yes, Lord.
Lanny!
She's in bad shape, Chell.
Let's get her home.
How is she?
She's not good. I'm worried.
With the right plants, I can make a medicine that will help. I'll go and find them now.
I'll come with you.
I'll be quicker on my own.
I wish I could have gotten to Lonnie faster than I did.
You did what nobody else could have, and I thank you for it. Deconditioning is very hard for Atlanteans. We runaways may hate the gods, but we fear them deep in our bones. A lot of runaways end their own lives because of that fear and the guilt.
They feel guilty?
Of course they do. No one, not even in your world, I imagine, can shrug off a lifetime of conditioning. And for us, nothing is more shameful than being different.
How do you know Miranda?
She helped me when I ran away. That's very rare for any of the first people. She's exceptional. Her mother must have been too, to mate with a newcomer, a runaway. They died when she was a child, both recycled by the Guardians.
What made you decide to be a runaway?
One day I was sent here to this island, number 49, to hunt deviants, and I learned how old the new Atlantis really is, so I ran.
Do you think you can help me get back to the outside?
I made a boat. It's hidden near the shore. We'll go there in the morning. I can give you directions to the passage, the hole in the ocean. You survive the trip down. Maybe you'll survive the trip back up.
What do you know about the gods? Xanet and Cosmo and the others?
No more than you, I imagine. They're more like monsters than gods.
Can't you fight them?
No. A tiny crystal is placed inside the brain of every Atlantean at birth. That's how those statues of Enna keep track of us. Runaways can't get near an Atlantean installation without being seen. The gods and guardians have all the weapons, all the power.
After I stopped Cosmo's pillar of fire from burning the community, a woman painted my forehead with colors.
Yes, Miranda told me. Have you heard the legend?
No. Will you tell me about it?
Some Atlanteans believe a god of life will come and free them from the gods. You notice that each god has a constellation?
Yes.
What that woman painted on your face was his constellation. Are you a god, Kертис Hьюит?
I'm a lost landscape photographer without a camera.
Destroy the deviant. Cosmos, come. Don't let them.
She was in pretty bad shape. The deconditioning had really gotten to her. My second and, I hoped, last night inside the hollow world. Sounds like somebody's having a party. Nice rock. Somebody spent a long time decorating it. Nice rock. Somebody spent a long time decorating it. I had a look at the big rock out there. The one with the markings?
The first people call it the Rock of Generations. They've marked it once every generation since Zanet created the sun and set his subjects on the beaten track.
Holy Methuselah! There must be hundreds of those marks.
And after all this time, the people of Atlantis are still crawling on their bellies, still paying for the pride of our ancestors. Nothing will ever change. We will pay forever and ever.
Did you hear those drums?
The first people used them to send each other messages.
What's the message tonight?
I've never learned the language of their drums. It's secret, like many of their ways. The first people prefer to stay well away from newcomers, as they call us. Miranda, did you find the plants?
Yes. Now I can prepare a medicine, but there's other news not so good.
The drums. What do they say?
Flying ships all around the coast. In the morning, they'll start searching for you, Kертис Hьюit. You're an outsider, passing yourself off as Cosmo, and they want you dead. No corner of the island will be safe for anyone.
Oh no. What if I go now? Take Chell's boat and disappear?
They're patrolling the coastline. You'll never make it.
That's not all. The community you saved is to be burned tomorrow.
That was bound to happen anyhow. They defied the gods, so they die.
Oh no. Maybe I should just give myself up. If only there was a way to put that dang blasted pillar of fire out of action forever.
In theory, there is. I'm pretty sure it uses a crystal, like the rest of their technology. Remove the crystal and the weapon's useless. Now, if you could fly up there on a transporter...
From the skyport, yes! The statues wouldn't sound the alarm. You could do it!
Hold on a second. What's this skyport you're talking about?
Aircraft fly workers to take provisions up to the palace.
So I just hop on a flying boat, sneak into the god's floating palace, and remove the crystal from the pillar of fire. Is that it?
If we leave now, you'll be in time for the morning transporter.
A minute or so later, I was picked up and carried to the transporter.
This one's heavy.
They're all heavy.
That's all for this trip! Pilot, take it away!
So far, so good. I had to find a way from the delivery zone to wherever the Gons lived and keep out of sight while I was doing it. With that sack over my shoulder, I stood a good chance of keeping my Cosmo-like face to myself.
Who told you to stop work? Get on with your job!
Hey, buddy. Shh. What the heck is that? The door had a 4-symbol combination lock. Maybe the combination for the door lock was inside the picture panel.
Это очень простая легкая головоломка в стиле Тетриса. Что ли, сразу Тетрис вспомнился. Ну, ладно, не буду отвлекаться. В общем, смысл такой. Нужно добраться до того знакового вопроса. Как только к нему подходишь, обращай внимание на цифру, которая там указывается. Это тот самый 4-значный код.
I had all the elements of the combination. It was time to see if they worked. Wow, what was that? This had to be where the gods lived. The pillar of fire was around here someplace.
Cosmo, you're totally disgusting. Look at you. Mama will be furious if you come to the council meeting dressed like that.
I guess you're Sama, goddess of the day?
You are so pathetic, Cosmo. Don't ever speak to me again, especially with that annoying voice.
I didn't want to push her into... What's beyond this entrance?
Your apartments, Lord.
Is there somebody out there? I am preparing for divine deliberations and require complete solitude.
Hold out your hands, death dealer.
No veil? How dare you! Report for immediate death!
Recycle Lord Cosmo? Sounds like sacrilege.
Not me, cretin! You! Obey or die!
Cosmo, my man, I'll be replacing you for a while. Taking over your divine duties so you can meditate in peace.
Replacing me? Deluded wretch! I am a god!
Take a good look, your lordship. See what I mean?
Oh! A grotesque imitation! Look at those rags you're wearing. Do you honestly imagine anyone will believe you for a second?
It's worked so far. They all think I'm you.
I order you to call the Guardians! Help!
There's nobody out there to hear you, Cosmo. Complete solitude, remember?
But you know nothing of my divine duties. I'll be missed, and sooner than you think.
That reminds me. I'm expected at the daily powwow, so we'll have to wrap this up.
You deviant!
How
dare you lay hands on your death god?
You always get to be death god. Now it's my turn.
Вот так тебе безжалостно.
There, pretty as a parcel. I tried not to make it too tight.
Untie me this instant! No one defies the power of Cosmo!
So how come you're trussed up like a chicken and I'm wearing your clothes? You didn't even try to resist. You're all baloney, Cosmo.
You still don't understand, do you? To defy me is to die!
By the way, do you have a key to your entrance out there?
You're confusing me with my cousins and aunt. I find the concept of door keys totally vulgar and beneath my contempt.
Sorry I asked.
You don't look a bit like me. Oh, you do?
Yeah, it is kinda crazy, ain't it?
Unfortunately for you, little man, you don't sound like me. Your uncultured mouth will betray your treachery. You're so pathetic. I almost pity you.
You're so pathetic. I almost pity you. Cosmo, what do I have to do to get to the Pillar of Fire?
Aha! How can you replace Divine Cosmo when you can't even reach his weapon of wrath?
That's a good point.
And even if you did know which buttons to press, you still can't fire the pillar without the key, now can you? So start begging for mercy.
I reckon I can get the key easily enough.
Oh, really? Anna's just going to hand it over to some smelly little deviant. Mercy denied, ape man.
You don't give anything away, do you, Cosmo?
I'm a god, you drooling half-wit. A god! You're going to take my place. That's it, isn't it? You can't fool me.
Holy cow. I explained that when I arrived.
Liar! Filthy usurper!
What took you so long? Mother's about to have all the servants recycled. Come on!
Assuming my godliest air, I followed Kama into the Hall of Divine Deliberations.
At last! Yes, this is the place, Cosmo!
Sorry I'm late, Anna.
Oh! Mama, he called you Anna! I know, I was present. Don't be insolent, Cosmo.
My apologies, Aunt.
The boy's a nincompoop. You're a nincompoop, Cosmo.
Stop blowing hot air, Sama.
Mama! Kama just hurt my feelings. Don't snivel, Sama.
Say what you like. There's no beating family life. But where was Big Daddy Z? And was this getting me any closer to the flame cannon? So what are we deliberating today? Let's get started on the agenda.
How dare you, Cosmo! As it happens, there is something to discuss. Xanet has informed me of an outsider causing trouble down on the surface. Highly unusual.
I say we recycle him immediately.
How do you know it's a him, Cosmo?
We may assume the barbarian is male. He's pretending to be you, Cosmo.
How dare he? I order him to die.
You should feel flattered, cousin. You're a role model for primitive psychopaths.
Somehow, Cosmo, you caused the pillar of fire to miss its target yesterday, allowing the primitive to escape. Do not repeat that failure today. You pathetic worm, Cosmo! You can't even press a simple button!
I see the sun's still shining. Good work.
My divine duties are totally sacred to me, Cosmo.
Shouldn't that be duty singular, Sama? All you do is push the sun button.
Mama! Kama's undermining my sense of self-importance. Don't whine, Sama.
Everything set for tonight's moon?
Where would I be without my button?
Isn't Xanet a shining example to us all?
Isn't he just? My uncle, the hero, and you're his wonderful son.
Maybe it's time I activated my pillar of fire. Those deviants are everywhere.
Don't be so eager, boy. It's vulgar. Your vulgarity totally gives me the hives, Cosmo.
We can't all totally hope to match your refinement, Sama.
About the pillar of fire. How do I get there?
You're a half-wit, Cosmo. You can't even remember a simple combination you devised yourself. Your father despairs of you, of course. He's not the only one. You're a disgrace to the Pantheon.
Take a walk in the gardens, Cosmo. That always seems to jog your memory.
My father couldn't make it to the meeting?
Did you hear what Cosmo just said, Mama? Your father hasn't attended our deliberations since shortly after we became divine. That was some time ago.
Surely you noticed, Cosmo.
Well, naturally. Sometimes I miss the old boy, that's all.
Don't be infantile, Cosmo. His statue is here, isn't it? Cosmo's just a sniveling crybaby, isn't he, Mama?
Speaking of the statue, Mother, when is that missing eye going to be replaced?
As I've already told you, your uncle has an entire world to manage. He can't be expected to drop everything to satisfy your petty desires.
Ever seen my pillar of fire?
I can't think of anything more repulsive.
Why do you insult me all the time?
Because you're smelly and pathetic. Divine deliberations have ended for today. We all know our godly duties. Cosmo, here's the key to the Pillar of Fire. Xanet has designated the entire Island 49 for extermination and particularly invites you to avoid any repetition of yesterday's miserable failure. Well, go on, get out, and bring that key back to me.
The statue was missing an eye, which was intriguing.
Are you deaf, boy? You've been...
It's you! Did you have a nice meeting?
Let's just say I'm glad it's over.
Unpleasant, was it? Well, what about me? Tied like a helpless slave.
Anna gave me the key to the Pillar of Fire.
She gave the key to you? Hand it over at once, you thief!
What does it open exactly?
The picture panel, of course, you dimwit! When it's open, I press the red button, dealing overdue death to designated deviants.
That's your divine daily duty? Open panel, push red button? Sounds a little complicated.
Thanks to my godly skills, I accomplished the task with ease. You, however, cannot hope to match my prowess.
How do you get on with your cousin Sama?
She's so pathetic. You know why my father made her and Kama goddesses, don't you?
I was wondering about that.
To keep their ambitious mother happy. Sama's quite unfit for divine status. When I inherit total power, those three are out. You'll be dead long before then, naturally.
Kama seems to like you.
Oh yes, a clever little hussy, that one. Jealous of my power. She'll knife you in the back if you're not careful. I hope she does.
Your aunt is quite a battle axe, isn't she?
I hate her, the spiteful old hag. She won't allow me to see my father, you know.
You haven't seen Xanet in quite a while, have you?
My father ignores me. And all I'm allowed to do is push that insignificant Pillar of Fire button. I don't even get to see my victims die.
That must be tough for you, Cosmo.
Being so inferior, you can't even begin to imagine. When do we get to Phase 2 of the plan?
Phase 2 of the plan?
Once our subjects have been fully conditioned to obey, we shall return to the outside and govern with immense cruelty.
I need to get to the Pillar of Fire, Cosmo. I'm supposed to kill a bunch of contaminated pre-deviants.
Of course! And you expect me to divulge the secrets of the gods without which you are doomed, brought down by your overweening pride!
Okay, I'll just have to ask your cousins. They're bound to know.
Imbecile! Those jumped-up parasites know nothing of significance.
That depends on what you call significant.
The fact that you have to press a sequence of 4 different buttons, wouldn't you call that significant?
Well, I might. It would depend who told me.
Well, don't expect any help from me, you brainless moron.
I don't suppose you know how to remove the crystal from the Pillar of Fire.
Your arrogance is almost amusing. A beam of highly concentrated light pours into that crystal. If you touch it, you die.
No, I didn't think you knew. That secret's too important for a minor god like you.
You'll never get that crystal, Mudman. Never! The picture panel has a security barrier, which you have no chance of passing. Even if you did, you'd still have to shut off the light beam. And believe me, that is well beyond your stumbling abilities. Remove the crystal. Ha!
I need more discs. The entrance was locked. How come the place is locked up?
Lady Anna is not in her apartments, Lord.
Do you have a key?
Her ladyship has the only key, Lord.
What exactly are...
This is...
And do you recall...
I stand before Lady...
Так, еще, значит, наши подружки не вернулись из совета. Так, здесь у нас, кажется, все пусто. Так, ну, основной смысл состоит в том, что нам нужны все символы, чтобы попасть к этой самой пушке и достать тот самый кристаллический глаз, чтобы вставить его в статую.
What's this place?
These are Lady Kama's apartments, Lord.
The entry was locked.
Так, ну я так и думал. Ну а потом, конечно, можно заняться поисками тех самых дисков. Но только когда эти дамочки все вернутся. Так, где-то здесь у нее же был этот. Так, кажется, вот это. Нет, это... Опять не это. Давай-ка сюда попробуем. Вот, кстати, одна из них, где статуя Энны. Так, здесь у нас ничего нету. Так, кажется, у нее вот было изображено вот эти символы. Вот их запомните. И возвращаемся обратно. Теперь нужно найти нам еще одну комнату с такой же статуей. Только там будет статуя заново. Ага, вот и он. Так. Сюда. Так, ну у него тут ничего нету, поэтому отходим вот сюда.
I couldn't help noticing two strange symbols. I'd seen them before. That's the symbol for the screwy elevator button. The symbol on the right was the same as one of the elevator buttons. The button that took Cosmo to his flame cannon.
Все, можно возвращаться и поочередно их вводить. Так, там будет первое это. Все правильно.
The Pillar of Fire. Well, I'll be. So this was where Cosmo kept his lethal toy. I was going to break it, if I could. It was impressive in its way. A pity I didn't have my camera. It was impressive. I'll admit, for a few moments I was sorely tempted to fire the dang blasted thing, just to see, but I got a grip on myself. Ouch!
Danger. Stay clear of crystal during light transfer. To interrupt transfer, close shutter.
I had to find that crystal. I'd promised to bring it back to Chell, and no fancy light beam was going to stop me.
Так, основной смысл заключается в том, что надо нам этот синий луч пережить, грубо говоря. Если мы его переживем, то пушка деактивируется. А, черт. Так, ладно. Так. Давайте начнем вот так. Заберем все места. И пусть там себе ползает.
Mission accomplished. No pillar of fire today, but what about tomorrow? I could knock off godly gizmos till Judgment Day. They just get replaced every time. The fact was the whole rotten operation had to be shut down. It was time to go find Xanet. Xanet, old buddy, it's time I settled your account. Is Lady Kama home?
Yes, Lord.
О, наши подружки уже вернулись. Ну что ж, заходим и начинаем просто-напросто грубо так шмонать ихние комнаты. Так, здесь был какой-то секрет. Ага. А вот и он.
I need more disc.
Так, все ясно. О. Наша знакомая подружка. Вот такие диски нам теперь нужно собирать. Да ничего так.
What kind of day are you having,
Красиво.
cousin? Very similar to yesterday and tomorrow, and all the days before and after.
Aunt Anna doesn't seem to trust us.
Like that's news? Of course she doesn't.
Why?
Because you are a pathetic idiot and my sister is a brainless brat.
What about you? When was the last time you saw Xanet?
Who knows? I stopped counting thousands of years ago.
I need more disc. Is her ladyship at home?
Lady Anna is in residence, Lord.
Don't you dare ogle my servants! Must you lurk around like some retarded reptile, Cosmo? Cosmo, you know perfectly well only the servants may enter my boudoir.
Aunt, I wish to ask you something.
I have no wish to answer. Silence!
Is Lady Sama home?
She is, Lord.
Having a nice day, cousin?
As if you cared. There's totally nothing to do and everything's so boring.
Wouldn't it be nice to be able to see Xanet?
Why does he live in this ridiculous laboratory? And how come he never comes out? If he wanted to, he could visit us and see how boring everything is.
Aunt Anna doesn't appreciate us a whole lot.
You know why she left her apartment and went to live in Xanet's place?
I always wondered about that.
It's obvious, dummy, because that's the way into his lab. So she's the only one who gets to see Uncle Xanet, and we don't have any say because we're just children. you try to sneak into my bedroom. Wait till Mama hears about this. Stay away from my servants, Cosmo.
Well, if it isn't Cosmo for a day, it's you. Did you have a nice meeting?
Let's just say I'm glad it's over.
Unpleasant, was it? Well, what about me, tied like a helpless slave?
I need to see your father.
Haven't you heard? Only Anna the Hag sees him. Her console is the only access to my father's laboratory. But you'll never gather the 5 gods' discs necessary to open the secret door.
Discs? How do I get my hands on them?
You may as well give up this charade of yours. Do you think the goddesses will just hand them over to you?
Well, we'll see about that. Do you think Anna would let me see your father?
Not a chance. She won't let you inside his apartment.
Sama and Kama each have one of the discs for Anna's console, right?
You can't make me say yes.
So how do I recognize them?
By looking with your eyes. How do you think?
You know what this is?
The crystal! You stole it! You couldn't have! How dare you!
The deviants won't be tasting your pitiless wrath today.
You moron! My father will have it replaced by tomorrow. Do you intend stealing it every day? Primitives. Ha!
We tremble and obey, your ladyship.
What's that noise? I don't allow noises. Psst, there's that noise again. Now I've got a headache. Psst, there's that noise. Don't open your mouth in my presence unless you want your tongue ripped out.
She sure had a way with the help. Let's go say hi to the mighty Xanet. Hello? Anybody home? It didn't look like any lab I'd ever seen, and Big Guy wasn't home.
Greetings, Tane, my brother. You have come.
Tane? I take it you're Xanet.
I am what remains of Xanet.
Is that so? Well, listen up, remains of Xanet. I've had it up to here with the enigmas. Give me the story minus the mysteries, and make it condensed.
Have you forgotten, Tane? My brother, my twin.
And I thought the others were loopy.
You have come for revenge. You took your time.
Let's get one thing straight. My name's Hewit. You people are all strangers to me.
It has been thousands of years, Tane, since Atlantis fell. Since I came here with a few hundred survivors, you've been hunting me.
I've got to tell you this. You being insane is not helping me. This is too complicated. How do I get back to the outside?
Before assuming your functions as god of life, you must eliminate the existing temple. It's part of the legend.
Just tell me where I can pick up my camera and my Patagonia pictures.
You are here to meet our justice, Tane, not to pick up Patagonia pictures.
Okay, about this Tane person, who I'm not, why does he want revenge?
For the crime. And because I took the relic. As you can see, I've used it. I fed it. It helped me make the sun, the moon, and the stars. It calculates everything.
And you made the constellations. How romantic.
Their function is inspirational. I made one for each of the gods and one for you.
I took the crystal from your fire cannon.
Yes, I know. I hoped you would.
I guess you'll have it replaced?
The relic will, most certainly, unless you prevent it.
What exactly is the crazy wall you've got here? The one you're part of?
It is the relic, or rather what I made it become. It runs everything.
This is too complicated. How do I get back to the outside?
Before assuming your functions as god of life, you must eliminate...
Just tell me where I can pick up my camera and my Patagon...
You are here to meet...
I didn't really get the bit about the relic. You fed it?
I fed the strengths and knowledge of my enemies to the relic.
This is horrible. You're completely insane.
I knew you'd think so. You haven't changed, Tane. Should I have left my enemies' knowledge and intelligence to waste for no purpose? No, I used them to create the new Atlantis. It is the relic who administers every aspect of existence here.
You turned all those people into slaves.
To ensure correct social retraining. My intention was to create an invincible army of soldiers and workers, easily controlled and utterly devoted to their gods.
How long do you plan for this to go on?
I planned a period of no more than 20 generations, enough to conduct a series of exhaustive experiments in social control. Having mastered that science, I intended to return to the outside and rule efficiently for all time.
Everything you told me happened thousands of years ago. Why are Anna and the others still alive?
They're not alive, Tane. They haven't been for 9,749 years. The gods you have seen are synthetic copies, which last longer.
Those gods are just copies of dead people?
I designed the copies before killing them, naturally. They do not age or evolve. They cannot reproduce. They have no reason to think they are copies. When one ceases to function, the relic automatically manufactures a replacement.
They're just mindless machines.
No, their minds are exact replicas of the originals. They believe they are immortal beings, gods.
How could you do that to your own family?
I needed a pantheon for my new Atlantis, a structure of power. Gods who wouldn't change or grow old. They provide an apt focus for the religious sentiments of my subjects.
And what happened to you? How come you didn't copy yourself?
I had fully planned to, but Anna's replica murdered me before I had taken my own small step into eternity.
Why did Anna kill you?
She was aware of the immense potential offered by the relic and insisted we return at once to the outside world. I was intent on pursuing a more methodical approach. Her impatience got the better of her.
So Anna's copy killed you. Why didn't she give the relic new instructions?
She tried, but was incapable of getting past any of my safeguards. My murder had the opposite consequence to the one she'd intended.
So Anna's copy killed you. Why didn't she give the relic new instructions?
She tried, but was incapable of getting past any of my safeguards. My murder had the opposite consequence to the one she'd intended.
So Anna's copy killed you. Why didn't she give the relic new instructions?
She tried, but was incapable of getting past any of my safeguards. My murder had the opposite consequence to the one she'd intended.
So Anna's copy killed you. Why?
She tried, but...
So you're dead too? This whole world is controlled by a family of corpses?
No, I am not entirely dead, Tane. I placed a few of my brain cells, enough to animate this face, in the relic. They're living, and so, technically, I am alive.
If you're alive, pal, then why haven't you stopped that nightmare down there on the surface?
Everything functions according to the instructions I gave before Anna killed me. The relic was not set to receive instructions from within itself. I am quite powerless, nothing more than the illusion of a face. The only one who can change it.
Why do I look exactly like Cosmo? I'm not his brother.
Cosmo is my exact likeness, and you are my twin, Tane.
You look a bit older than me, and I'm telling you, I have no brothers.
What you see is me when I was 50 years old. You are Tane. That is why you are here.
What exactly are you assuming I'll want to do?
You are the god of life, Tane. That is the role I assigned you here in the inner world. You have come to fulfill the prophecy I invented for you.
Look, I am not Tane or the god of life, and haven't got my own personal constellation. But I will do whatever it takes to stop you, because you need to be stopped.
The god of life declares war on the wicked usurper gods. It's all going according to instructions. Next, you turn to stone the lesser gods, including that copy of my son, an improvement over the original. Finally, your legend locks you in a life and death struggle with the principal bad god, me.
I didn't come here to kill, Xanet. Even people like you.
People. We are the people's gods, but we're only copies of people. Lies. You can stamp on a few vicious lies, can't you? It was one of your enthusiasms.
So, Chapter 6. The god of life bumps off the secondary gods.
More than that. He discontinues their reproduction. No more copies. Hurry back for Chapter 7.
Excuse me, your relic eats human intelligence? What exactly is this monster?
This wall is the relic. At first, it was a single brain. Its power was modest, but I added more knowledge and strengths, thousands more, from all those who objected to my supremacy.
You mean to tell me the whole wall is made up of the knowledge and strengths of generations of people?
I only replicated their most useful components. The relic has no individuality, no opinions or desires. It merely stocks information and executes instructions. You have my permission to discontinue the copies. To access the appropriate device, the crystal eye will be required.
That's him! Usurper Snake! I order you to die!
Has nobody called the Guardians? Guardians! Get the Guardians!
Well, if it isn't the god of life about to lose it. I like irony.
How dare you? I'm Cosmo. He's the outsider. Look at those clothes. This crystal eye thing better work. A hidden door. You gods just love your little secrets. I had bigger fish to fry. Well, if that's what it takes to turn off the copiers, I was ready. This time, I was going to... I'd recycled 4 of the false god knockoffs. That left the deity in chief, the freak who took me for his brother.
Halt! What are you doing here? Let's just kill him. Lord Cosmo? It can't be.
You dare disturb the pitiless death god?
How do we know you're Cosmo?
Think. If the other Cosmo's dead, then he was a mortal, not a god. That makes me the real Cosmo. Shoot me and you die.
That makes sense. Lord of Death, we obey at all times.
Of course you do, you half-wit. Just stay here and don't shoot anybody. No problems?
We obey at all times, God of Death.
What do you know about Xanath?
Great is Xanath, Lord.
The Guardian seemed normal enough.
Such determination, Tane. Your thirst for vengeance is strong.
I discontinued the copies.
The relic will automatically replace the copiers you destroyed, and the new copiers will make new copies of the gods.
You mean you just gave me the runaround?
In the legend, the god of life realizes that each time he cuts off the serpent's tail, it grows back. He has to take the monster's head.
Why are you playing this game, Xanath? You could have me killed by your guardians.
That would miss the legend's point. By defeating you in single combat, I cut off the legend's head and further crush the spirit of my people. If you lose, you will be fed to the relic. If you win, my few living brain cells will expire. Xanath will be dead at last.
Okay, let's cut to the showdown. What does Tane do in the legend?
You walk through the wall.
Did you just say walk through the wall?
Remember Tane? Our family summer house. It's the very day Atlantis died. But that's not why we're here.
I say we skip to the important parts. Why are we here?
To see if you could have stopped me. This is a simulation of the scene of my crime on the day I committed it. The day you arrived too late. But in this version, I haven't arrived yet, and you're already here. You have time. When it runs out, I'll be landing right outside. And if I can repeat what I did that day, I win again.
Do I really get to chop your head off?
No. I will die, though, if you win. Those are the instructions, and the relic will be yours, Tane, to control as you will. But if you lose, if you fail to prevent my misdeeds, your knowledge, your strengths, and your power will be fed into the relic where it will serve forever.
Выйти отсюда мы не можем, поэтому мы просто-напросто набираем наше созвездие.
I was free. Now I had to find out where I was and what was going on. I also felt strangely without substance.
Созвездие бога жизни. Золотая звезда сверху и синяя снизу.
Is that you, Mother?
Давайте сейчас зайдем в комнату Энны.
I experienced Tane's memory of his sister Enna. She had always been closer to Xanet. No surprise there. She took me for a pesky insect.
Так, кажется, это...
I wanted a closer look at that thing before I risked attracting Enna's attention. Horror engulfed me as Tane recalled finding that document the day he came too late. So many centuries ago. It was a letter from Xanet.
Sister, Mother must be neutralized. The ignorant cow will certainly want to prevent our deed and follow us afterwards. I rely on you to incapacitate her flyer. I'll take what further steps I deem appropriate when I arrive. I have arranged for Tane to be delayed, so he won't have a chance to interfere.
Tane's anger and...
Да, именно так.
Don't hear a thing, young Enna. I was in luck. The pre-goddess hadn't noticed a thing. She was dreaming about power.
Так, там сиди. Так, поехали дальше. Думаю, этого нам хватит.
I'd gotten the bad news out of Enna's room. Now I needed somebody to read it. As I fixed my gaze on the model ship, I had a flash of clear memory. I made that flyer here, as a child, and gave it to Mother. This was Tane. He was for real, and part of me. I wish that didn't sound so certifiable.
Lem, are you warm enough? What can I get you?
Yes, nothing, thank you, and stop fretting, Sita.
Forgive me. I'm a little concerned about the relic. And the twins. The city is in flames. The volcano could explode at any time.
The twins will be here soon. Then we'll fly to safety with our friends. The relic will go to its new shrine. A fresh beginning for us all.
I do hope Xanet has abandoned his ideas about using it.
He'll see reason, given time.
Вот это меня больше всего и пугало. Точнее, слова его.
Oh no! I saw Tane's parents as he'd discovered them that awful day so long ago. They'd been murdered. I was overwhelmed by Tane's grief and shock. His mother had died shielding her husband from the killer's methodical, merciless blade. Xanet, my brother! You will pay for your crimes. However long it takes me, I will find you. This I swear.
Ah, there's a wind.
Really? I can't feel it.
No, it's gone. Just a breath of air.
I just felt your little breeze. There's something eerie about it. Didn't you notice?
Whatever do you mean, Lem? You think it's a ghost?
Or a wind spirit trying to catch our attention.
It was a little unsettling. A wind spirit? All right, Spirit. I'm paying attention.
This was Sita's flyer, exactly as Tane remembered it, from all those thousands of years in the past. Its crystal had been removed, which meant it couldn't fly. According to Tane's memory, the volcano's eruption was triggered by an aerial combat between rival Atlanteans. One faction followed the queen and worshipped the goddess. The other group, who had taken power, had a different god. Funny place to leave a boat. You look like a cat a cousin of mine used to have. Cantankerous, he was called.
Ah, that was our spirit friend.
Maybe it is trying to say something. I'll go and see. Enna's room? What's that? Great Amu! My son is coming to steal the relic, and Enna's helping him. What am I going to do, Spirit? I must get the relic to safety.
Atlantis, its last day. Judging by Taine's memories, it would have been a great place to visit. I imagine the photographs I could have taken from where I was standing. Everything looks so real. I sometimes forgot I was in a simulacrum.
Outside? Why not?
I didn't want to lose the lady.
Very well, Spirit. That way? Look at all that moss. If we ever come back here, I'll clean that sundial up.
I shared another of Taine's memories. This guy had been a poet, pretty minor. The statue was something more, though.
Hyphon! What did we call him? The pivotal poet. Great Amu. His head swivels round and there's a hiding place beneath. But I've completely forgotten how it works. The sundial, of course. This is exciting. Now let's go see. Look, Spirit, it's open. The crystal. Now at least we can get away from here. But I can't leave the relic, Spirit. Xanet mustn't get his hands on it. I see. Let's go. I see. Let's go.
What? Huh? Who's that? Stubbs? Stubbs, wake up! Something's blowing around the place and it's invisible.
Oh, Nobby, I was having a dream. You've gone and woken me up.
You hear that? Maybe it's a ghost.
Quit your yapping, Nobby. You're giving me a headache.
You heard that, didn't you?
Yeah, and it's starting to give me the creeps.
It's Amu. Come to take her revenge. Ah! I can't take it anymore.
Me either. Let's get out of here.
Now?
Yeah, now.
It's at the door, Stubbs.
Okay. We'll go out the window. Not the window,
the closet.
Hey, who did that?
It's dark in here.
That was two bad guys out of the way.
Yes, let's not waste time. I see. Let's go. Yes, let's not waste time. I've come for the relic.
Who says so?
I do.
You useless hag. The relic stays here till Xanet says different. What the? Ah! Ah, not my face, you idiot!
Nasty brute. Sister Anna, forgive this intrusion, but we must take the relic and leave.
What is happening, Sita?
My son Xanet is coming to steal it.
Oh, what can I do?
Please take the relic to the flyer, sister. I'll join you in a minute.
Sorry, Mother, but your flyer has no crystal.
I have it, Anna. Xanet will not get the relic. One day, maybe, you will understand how dangerous it is. You must stand aside now and let us pass.
Why don't you make me?
She doesn't even notice me. Young Anna looked pretty sure of herself and ready to use that knife. How was I going to turn the tables on her? Some kind of trap, maybe. The relic! Somebody's brain, protected for hundreds of years because it wasn't 100% dead.
The relic?
Writing your autobiography, Mother.
No one must use it, Anna. Its potential is terrifying.
You and your kind are the reason Atlantis is dead. That relic is the future.
Amu, help us.
Amu, you actually believe in those fairy tales? If your goddess existed, Atlantis wouldn't be dying today.
The priestess was frightened, but she trusted Sita to get them out of this fix.
We could use some help.
There's no help, Father. You'd see that for yourself if you weren't a cripple.
Why, Anna? Why all this anger?
Because you're weak and you stand in our way. The relic is power, Mother.
Lem stood there, quietly confident. He probably thought I had a plan.
I thought you were sleeping like the cat.
Sita still looked like she meant business, but Enna had the knife. Even in his sleep, that tomcat looked evil-tempered.
So you won't let us leave?
You're starting to catch on.
Then I'll have to smash the relic.
Not if I kill you first.
What a marvelous cat you are, Hempel. Lem, sister, it's time to go. Xanet will take care of Enna when he gets here.
To a new order!
I must thank you, Kертис Hьюит.
Which one are you?
I am Tane. I took control of the relic and now inhabit it.
You're Tane. Aren't you a part of me?
And of a long line of your ancestors. You are my direct descendant.
Boy, you sure know how to hold a grudge.
Justice has been done. A new age begins for Atlantis.
So you're taking over. Think you'll make a few changes? Or is it new god, same old kowtow?
I am no god, Kертис Hьюит. But the legend may stick. There will be a period of transition. The people need time to make new lives for themselves.
I guess that sounds reasonable. I just feel kind of responsible for the folks down there.
You asked me about changes. The apparatus of oppression is no longer functional. Atlantis is free of its chains. And you've got visitors.
Kертis Hьюit, you promised me a crystal.
For crying out loud! How did you get up here? How did you get past the Guardians?
Enna sees nothing anymore. We're free.
We can go where we want. The Guardians have no weapons and don't stop anyone.
Gran asked me to tell you she looked into Tane's heart as well as yours, and what she saw was justice, Kертис Хьюит.
And that's pretty much end of story. Sure, I was sad to go, and curious about the future of the new Atlantis, but I had a life to get back to. Slow down! I'm coming aboard!
I am Tane. Don't be afraid. The gods can't harm you. They're gone.
Ну что, друзья, на этом с вами у нас закончилось наше путешествие в замечательной игре Атлантида Эволюция. Надеюсь, вам понравился данный выпуск, и вы не остались равнодушны. Всем огромное спасибо за просмотр. Всем, кто понравилось данное видео, обязательно ставьте лайк, подписывайтесь на канал. Всем приятно провести выходные дни. Скоро с вами увидимся. С вами был ваш Анкор.
I must be dead. Hold the fat lady.